Hi, my name is Emma Pass. I am a secondary English teacher at an established hybrid school. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing how to establish classroom culture and community using your Google Classroom stream and during your live synchronous classes over Google Meet. We all know the importance of establishing classroom culture and community, and Google Classroom is a great way to help us facilitate that and get students excited to come to class. I always start with the Google Classroom stream, where I post a morning announcement for my students every morning. That includes a summary of the work that they have to do that day and a community question. Community question is like an icebreaker question. It's short, it's silly, it's fun, like what's one boring fact about yourself that students can answer and talk about in the comments section. I also try to post a selfie on the classroom stream to give my students that reminder that even if they're not working live in the classroom with me that day, that I'm still there to answer questions for them if they have them. I also encourage students to post on the classroom stream themselves. They can post YouTube videos, memes, songs, as long as it's school appropriate. Remember, you always have the ability to mute a student or turn off commenting in your settings if it's getting inappropriate and you need to redirect the class's attention. But it's a great way to get students excited to come to your Google Classroom to see what their classmates are talking about, have conversations, and form connections. I also teach over Google Meet using this link in the banner on Google Classroom and use a couple of key features here to establish classroom culture and community during my live synchronous classes. Once we've joined our Google Meet as a class, we always start with a community check-in. That's a community question plus how are you today on a scale of 1 to 10. Students have the option to answer in the chat box for their classmates to see, or they can unmute their microphones and answer verbally. There are a couple of activities we also do to encourage students to turn their cameras on during class. These are activities like rock, paper, scissors. Everyone starts with their cameras on. And if you lost, you turn your camera off. We keep playing until there's only one student versus the teacher. We also play a game called Turn Your Cameras On If. Turn your cameras on if you have a pet. Turn your cameras on if you're in the 7th grade. And so on and so forth. Again, to encourage camera use, even though that's optional in my class. Again, that's using the classroom stream and our Google Meeting link to build classroom culture and community. In this video, we talked about using Google Classroom to help facilitate classroom culture and community, using our classroom stream with morning announcements, including community questions, and encouraging students to post any content they want, especially including their hobbies and their interests. We also discussed using the Google Meet link in your Google Classroom banner for your live synchronous classes in order to connect with students, hear their voice, and see their faces. Make sure to check out many of our other fantastic videos on Google Classroom. Thanks for watching.